Okay. Oh, I'm on the dog. There we go. We can stop walking around now. Welcome to Chapter 4 of Cannibal Hunters on this Kenshi Ironman playthrough. The usual upfront disclaimers: if my poorly placed green screen vanishes, blame the dog. If we hear any unexpected crying, blame the baby. And if the stream crashes, blame Kenshi. Having said that, where we left off was we finally got to this sweet, sweet camp here with Beaks and Teeth. The farm ruins just northeast of World's End. It really sets us up. Really sets us up for success against the cannibals. I think that's Beaks' plan anyways. Sets us up for success. Gives us a launch point from which we can wage sweet, sweet revenge war against the cannibals. Let me pull up my chat here on the phone so I can make sure I don't miss anything from anybody. Try my best not to anyways. And let's get into it. So right now the plan is revenge. Beaks doesn't have a plan, right? Her mentor was Denial, who was the kind of the senior cannibal hunter. I wrote a little blurb about it in the caption. If you care to pick through my imagination, it's in there. Critiques and suggestions appreciated. We are laden with crossbow bolts. We have our acid and burning protection coat, our acid protection hat. We've actually got some really decent armor here. Specialist grade assassin's rag, specialist grade iron hat. The rag skirt sucks. Specialist grade leather shirt and the super sandals. So one thing we did do though is we followed a tech hunter here, and that's gonna have some benefits. It says shopping, which is hilarious. Like she's shopping around in these buildings as if once upon a time they were stores. It is pretty interesting to me, though, that it registers this kind of abandoned camp, this abandoned farm, as a town for NPCs to path into. Now, we're pretty close to Cannibal Country, and that's the end goal here. Weapon-wise, what are we working with? So I actually don't think Beaks has a weapon. I grabbed a rusted junk staff off somebody not long ago, but other than that, we're just running this crossbow and martial arts, which our martial arts are actually garbage. 3. Certainly not set up to go fight any cannibals just yet, but that doesn't stop us from kind of traversing the continent, albeit not in a safe way, and we should be able to find some pretty good interactions, or Beaks and Teeth just get eaten and the playthrough's over. So let's go check out some of these landmarks up north. Maybe we've got a village up there that we saw. It's probably a cannibal village, but we'll figure that out when we get there. A sword would be nice. A sword would be nice, given that we have 11 sabers. That tech hunter had a saber. So I think I know where we're headed if we get suddenly beset by a crowd of man-hungry cannibals. Or woman-hungry in this case. If you didn't catch the last few streams, Beaks has successfully traversed, I would say, the western portion of the continent, more or less. We haven't gone south of the Sten Desert yet, but we've done the we'll call it the northwest loop from the Cannibal Plains We did get near the foglands. I won't say we got into them, but we got near them. What is this? Tech hunters. Okay, hold on. This could work to our advantage. No, we have 68 bucks. I was gonna say we could hire these tech hunters, but 68 cats isn't hiring anything. It looks like a huge fight went on up the side of this hill. Bunch of dead cannibals. Looks like they tried to pick a fight with the tech hunters, maybe. Huh. Not a terrible hacker. Free weapons all the same. We're gonna stick with our martial arts for the time being, but let's check out up here. If we can find a saber. If we can find ourselves a reasonably good saber, I might go that route. And they may have a short saber, like a short weapon, but I think for the most part these guys all have cleavers. Old refitted blade is not bad either. How much does that sell for? 541. Money. 649. That 649. That is kind of heavy for 649, but we'll take it. Who knew that cannibals could be a source of income? This is pretty good, actually. We may start that way. We may start a little soft. Where is this dog? Is he running around with an arm in his mouth? Maybe he was running around with an arm in his mouth. I feel like he's not that far away. I thought he was pretty far away. You don't want this smoke, Skull Drinker clan. Crossbow training. Woo! Free first aid, can't turn that down either. 774, we're taking that. I actually, you know what? I've cleared the cannibal plains, okay, in previous playthroughs. I think anybody who's been playing Kenshi a long time has, you know, like taken a character or 20 and gone to clear whole sections of the map. Mall. You could just follow the tech hunters for a while for scavenging purposes. Awesome idea. I've put that idea forward a few times, actually. I think I would love the idea of a playthrough where you take your protagonist, you take your main character, and you just set it to follow, you know, behind a gang of tech hunters. Or I was wondering why he was being weird. He's got an arm in his mouth. So if you're not careful, your bone dog will get a limb in their mouth, play limbs, and then take off on you. Happens to the best of us when we find some decent meals, right? Sometimes food is just too exciting, and you have to stop paying attention to everything else. I think kind of naturally here we're going to run into... Wowzers, that guy's stats are through the roof. It's always super cool to see a hiver that has wicked stats. 71 attack and 41 toughness. That guy's, he's been out here for a while. We have enough meat. I'm gonna grab some more here from this bone dog, and we're just gonna let Teeth here do his thing. He's playing limbs. There's probably quite a few limbs laying around because the tech hunter team seems to just be clearing out the cannibal plains at the moment, which is awesome. I don't have to hire them to get that job done. We'll sift through the loot here shortly. Let's drop this down to 2 times speed so I don't miss anything. Cannibal hunters. Now, where did the tech hunters go? That's the crew that we want to stay near because they're scary. Skeletons are pretty scary as well. I just don't think that cannibals get too involved with skeleton. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe we will learn something new. But skeletons also generally carry sweet weapons. Pack hunters carry sweeter weapons, I will admit. Where are we even headed here? I'm headed for this village. Okay, so far so good. A lot of weapons to sell. We're pretty heavy, which sucks, but... So if we have to run, we may have to ditch the bag or the weapons. I don't think cannibals have wind turbines. So we may actually be able to sell something here at this village. Or we're getting eaten. Or it's a cannibal hunter village. There's potential there too. If you are hanging out, not great. There's a whole pack of bone wolves behind us. See, the thing that sucks about bone wolves is individually, they're not extremely dangerous. I mean, if they're young, if they're elders, they're extremely dangerous. But if you let them get old, they are super dangerous. But in packs, they're extremely dangerous. And they eat you. If they're hungry enough, they eat you. Let's deal sweet, sweet justice to this one, though. Okay, okay. Get away from the AoE. Not great. One down. Another one to go. Teeth is eating it right. He's getting some serious, taking some serious damage right now. That is difficult to click on. That actually worked out. We took a bit of damage, and he was in a weird spot. So I think I started saying it, but maybe I got sidetracked. If you're hanging out in chat and you're listening, if you don't mind taking a second to let me know how my voice is compared to the music and whether or not you can hear the game sounds, I would appreciate it. Let's go see if we can't make some money. And then maybe heal at some point. Here's the deal, Outlander. I'm a treasure hunter, and I got a real juicy tip on a valuable looting spot. Thing is, my squad got killed off by those blasted cannibals, so here I am recuperating this dusty old snore fest of a village. Yeah, we are too. Now you look like the adventuring type. Correct me if I'm wrong. So how about you pay off my bill at the flop house? We join up and finish what me and my squad started. We'll be rich, Outlander, you and me. How much is your bill? Come back when you can afford it. It'll be worth your investment. What are this guy's skills? Attack is -2. Okay? 4,500 cats for the worst recruit you can pay for. Show me your goods. Maybe he can give us a decent location, though. Although I think we're just getting swindled. He doesn't have a ton of money, but he's not broke. Sweet. 4,000 cats up from nothing. That's an improvement. What do we have in here? Do we have anything useful? We have a ration that's almost empty. We could buy some food. No, like shockingly good armor. Black bandana. You don't say. Huh. Red bandanas are pretty sweet. Tricorn hats are triple sweet. We could be pirates later. We have enough first aid, I think. Big splint kit. Let's go with the big splint kit. And maybe one more set of bandages. That'll be good. That'll be good. Wooden backpack. I would really like to grab this stackable bag, but it'll throw us over the top for in terms of weight right now. I'm pretty sure we're already way overweight, just with what we're carrying. Okay. No, that's good. That's good for now. Armored faceplates, bandana, cool. All right. Made some money. Every town has a bar. We'll get healed up, and I don't know, like maybe we'll see if we can. That guy didn't have any weaponry, right? The issue here is that our martial arts is 3, despite the fact we've circumnavigated, you know, a third of the continent. Beaks has terrible fighting skills. It's mostly been, you know, trial by fire and hope we can survive. Is this the bar where you find Chad? It doesn't. Not looking good. I'm absolutely not hiring anybody. I think if we decide to take on new members of the team, they're gonna come exclusively through rescue. And maybe even a little further than that, exclusively through rescue from cannibals. Because that's the background for Teeth. Oh, hold up. What's this guy talking? Cannibals ain't gonna stop me from getting my catch. My pa and my grandpa before him done just fine fishing out here before me. Just gotta be smart as all. Keep a safe distance and let them do, whatever it is the hell they do there over that hill. Eat people. The words you're looking for are eat people. I tell you, they're spreading out. It ain't what it used to be. Just look at what happened over at the Hidden Forest. Get complacent and guess what you end up with? In the belly of stinking tribal. Oh, where you end up. In the belly of stinking tribal is where. Ain't no tribal gonna get his paws on me. I'll take to the water, just like Pa always told me to do. Ever see a cannibal swim? No, because they're too bloated to float in the water. Fact. Sometimes taking the time to read the dialogue in what I perceive to be the accent of this village, okay? Psh. Always got an answer for everything, don't you? Well, the tribals ain't gonna chew down your garbage, I'll tell you that for nothing. I tell you what. Dog's just chilling out front. Beaks is healing up. Now, if you've never played Kenshi, if you're here, I assume you have. Because most people don't swing by a Kenshi stream these days. Like 82 years after the games come out. Unless they're an avid Kenshi player, or at the very least interested in the game. But if you've never played Kenshi, it's the little stuff like this, like these conversations that I find the most enjoyable. Oh, hey, Mr. Tech Hunter. Says he's here sleeping. Looks like he's here shopping. No, he's legitimately... Where's he headed? Let's follow that guy. Gum teeth. I think that tech hunter is about to deal sweet justice to cannibals. Best case scenario, one of these tech hunters dies. And hear me out. I know that's... okay, we can actually make this happen. I have a plan. I'm gonna catch this guy. They're gonna hire some bodyguards. One day, please. So, I think I hired him. I'm broke. They look like my allies, but they're running away from me. This is gonna work out. By the way, I have 0 issues hiring mercenaries in a solo Ironman playthrough. I don't think it affects your Ironman game. They will heal you, but they won't rescue you, right? They're not gonna rescue you from a prison cell. They're not gonna save you. Same with pets. I think pets in a solo Ironman or even an Ironman game are not bad because they can't pick you up. They can't carry you away. They can't do anything for the most part. Now, what I'm looking to do is not savory. Hobbs. I can't believe he's not dead. What I'm looking to do is not very savory. I kind of feel like Arthas from Warcraft 3. But I'm about to lead the mercenaries on a merry chase. And hopefully they all die. I mean, not hopefully they don't die while I need them to be alive. But tech hunters carry really good weaponry. So they're gonna let us take a chunk out of the cannibals, which is the kind of overarching goal of the playthrough. But inevitably, they're going to get overwhelmed by the swarm. Hopefully, we're not part of that. Specifically, Teeth. We want Teeth to survive. He's still a pup, despite being, I think, 18 days old. So, I thought he was supposed to age a little more quickly than this. I've done this, once or twice. Hundreds of times. And, I really thought he was supposed to be older. I could fight this skeleton. Does he have a saber? By chance? They saw me. What weapon is this? Lever? Plank? Tough to say. Alright, I think our goal, because we have a tiny tech hunter army here. I mean, these guys are no slouches either, eh? What do we have? 55 skill, 34 skill, 87 skill? My man's name is Tengu. Okay. 48 skill, 56 skill, 63 skill. Sing and Tengu are gonna wrap this up. We're killing every cannibal right now. We're headed to Dead Cat. We're all gonna die. But this is kind of the nature of the beast. Alright, it's 3:40 in the morning. I don't remember when I hired these guys, but I think I get them for a little over 24 hours. So if we can embroil them in a conflict where they are forced to fight for survival, whether or not they're still being paid by this guy, they should kill everything and everybody. Get some cinematic jogging going, first of all. Never do this. You know what? Maybe we'll get some cinematic walking going because we're headed into cannibal country. We're pretty close to a nest and we could all die. Dead Cat is the destination. Dog, you gotta relax. She can... Yeah, okay. Teeth can bodyguard. Beaks can walk. We have our personal tech hunter entourage. The only guy we care about here is this monstrous Shek named Tengu. He looks... Wait. I was just inside his brain. He looks very serious. And this Shek right here... Wait, no, that's not... It can't be a Shek. Sing, and Tengu. These two are the senior tech hunters in the crowd. Yosuke, he's tough looking. He's also a Shek. I think Shek tech hunters are Shek hunters. I think they're dominant. And because I know everybody loves swamp music for no reason, we have swamp music kind of usher in this very exciting time. Okay, as we head towards our destination, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Okay. Just another Kenshi sunrise. Sweet. This game can look pretty good considering it's made in an engine that's 87 years old. Let's start jogging. Let's get to our destination. We can't lose these mercenaries, and we need them to lose all their gear. You know the guy with 87, the 87 stat line has insane gear. And we're broke. Now, we have some pretty decent armor, right? Specialist grade, specialist grade. This shirt, 17,000 cats. I just can't believe it. By the way, if you're hanging out in chat and you play Kenshi and you've tried Ironman or solo Ironman or the Cannibal Hunter start, or you've just got a sweet game that you want to tell myself and everybody else about, I would appreciate that, because I draw a lot of inspiration from the stories I hear about other people's Kenshi playthroughs. Wait, did we lose some? So long as we don't lose that dude, I'm okay. I don't think we lost any yet. I think we've got the whole gang. Essentially, we're going to strand these extremely capable tech hunters in the middle of cannibal country and then take advantage of their losses. Oh my goodness. Why are there beak things here? Why? There don't need to be beak things here. There's enough there's enough things that will eat you. I don't even think there's a beak thing nest in cannibal country. That and Dang, the cannibals are dropping like flies. Or I should say the beak things are dropping like flies. Do cannibals even eat beak things? You'd think they eat everything. So we're just going to stand by and let the guy with 80 heavy weapons sort out everything here. Now, there's a lot of potential for loot here if we want it. We can do cannibal weapons. We could even do beak thing leather. Like, leather is... Yeah, we're going to do beak thing leather to start. Probably take off this backpack so I can deal sweet justice to these cannibals. What a crazy way to work on martial arts against a hungry army of tiny cannibals. This is worst case scenario. Where is the dog? Why do you have an arm? And you're leaving. He's just running away. They don't stop this behavior, though. I think once they're elders, maybe they don't play limbs. Don't quote me on that. This isn't good, though. My tech hunter entourage seems to be a little busy. Oh, no. Of all the targets you pick to fight, you go for the beak thing. Insanity. Act like nothing's happening. Be invisible. Hide in plain sight like a lobby boy. Oh my gosh. Get near this guy. Is that Tengu? That's my boy Tengu. He is gonna keep us in this. Oh, the dog! Ha ha ha! Run away! Tengu! Save us! Oh, she's down. Beaks is down. How badly? How bad is it? It's not bad. She's fine. Save Beaks. If they butcher the dog, though... They picked her up! Teeth! Okay, we gotta save her. No! Teeth is down. Ha ha ha! You're done, little man. Yosuke. Victory. Close call. Close call. Our man Tengu holding up as expected. Look, honestly, my next playthrough's got to be a solo Ironman check. I need to revive Onyx. If you haven't been following along with the streams, something that happened, I bought a new computer, but Kenshi saves locally. And I didn't bother to transfer over the hard drive or anything. I should probably do that. I've got a lot of stuff on there that I like stuff that I need to transfer over. But I didn't transfer over the hard drives or anything yet. I've just been really enjoying my new gaming rig. And one of the unfortunate side effects of that is I lost every single one of my Kenshi saves. Now, I've been playing Kenshi for a very long time, and I've got some pretty developed saves. Like, there's almost no end state to this game unless you put on 256 recruitment mod and you decide to conquer the world, which some people have done. I've seen the Reddit posts. And that's wicked. Oh, we're going to have to pick up the dog. But at the same time, I don't... 256 recruitment mod is good. Having an army is good. I think it can be very cool. It's a lot to manage. If you're into those hop on for 45-minute game sessions just to, prep your troops to leave an area or something, which can be very rewarding. For instance, this is the Sunday of a long weekend, so I'm streaming. I've got time. But if you're an adult, it's hard to justify getting onto a game just to set up some to arm some people for a long march and feed them, And the automation in Kenshi, unfortunately, is pretty lacking in terms of setting up your base for for permanent food production. There's a lot of glitchy, and I hate this word, but there's a lot of glitchy slash janky stuff that goes on when you're trying to set those situations up. Oh wow, this guy is not pulling any punches. Hihaku. Whose name is Kohaku? Come on, help me out. Spirited Away. Spirited Away. The anime movie, Spirited Away. Probably one of my favorite movies. I think Kohaku is the name of the dragon, the kid with the bowl cut and magic. So if you're playing an Ironman game, again, I will reiterate, I don't think there's any issue hiring mercenaries. Mercenaries are not going to rescue you from prison. They're not going to... They do heal you if you go down from too much damage. But they're not going to pick you up and carry you. You can't control them. You know, they're not taking you anywhere. Is this the first... So this is where it all began. Right here. You know what? Maybe the bloodlust takes over. Beaks sees nothing but red, even though she's hurt. Teeth is hurt. The cannibal hunters are gone? Oh my. Why are they gone? Let's get back to the cannibal hunters before we get tooken. My plan's working. Yosuke is hurt. Alright, gentlemen. Last. Hurrah. Get after those cannibals. There's no way you win. There's too many of them. Then it begs the question as to how I intend on escaping. Whoa! Time to run. Time to run. Dog, backpack. Let's go. Oh, down. Down. Beaks is down. Dog's gotta go. Dog's gotta go or he's gonna get eaten. Get up there. Beaks also has to go or she's gonna get eaten. She needs to take her backpack off. Okay, Beaks, Teeth. Good. They need to stick together, though, as a team. Teeth is down. Teeth is down. This guy is picking up another cannibal, so that's hilarious. Also, don't do what I do. This is not a recommended way to play an Ironman game. If we survive, it's thanks to Tengu here and Sing. Okay, farewell, friends. She'll be okay. Hihaku, the tech hunter, dealing sweet justice in the cannibal camp. What does this guy think he's doing? Medic? Is he healing himself or is he healing me? Healing his friend? No, he's not healing the big dude, is he? Where'd he get the bandages? Where'd you get the bandages? Yeah. Tengu is gonna protect Teeth. I think we're okay. We escaped this camp once. Like, whose skull is this? Who did they eat that has a head that big? Maul, over encumbered and wounded in cannibal territory. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. slightly injured. Am I still on somebody's shoulder? Yeah, we're about to be free. Wait, did they get him down? There's no way. Best case scenario, they took him down. I mean, maybe not best case scenario. Beak thing to the rescue! Help me, friends of nature. Why? Wait, what is happening? Lost ear and blood reavers. Very cool. I really like that the blood reavers are all fat. She lost another ear. Who is holding me? A blood reaver. And they're fighting lost ear warriors. You know what? The complexity of the Cannibal Plains is the coolest part of the Cannibal Plains. Where is the dog? Don't you touch my dog. Who did they pick up? Dirt of the tech hunters. We'll save him. We'll get him in a sec. Beaks has got to hustle. She's heavy. Ah, see, if I put the backpack on, she can run a bit faster, but she can't fight for a Where's our boy? Kihaku. No way. He's got a Kaiten number 2 saber, which is decent. What's his, hold on. What's Kihaku's sitch? You know? He is almost alive. We need to not take his saber because he can still be useful to us. Let's first aid him. He jumped up on the tent in excitement. Don't go too far, my friend. Oh, it's a she. Girl power. Girls helping girls. Don't limp. We need to save one another. Where's the dog? Did I get the dog? I did not get the dog yet. Dog. Stay near Tengu. This Tengu's a monster. Actually, bodyguard Tengu. How's that? Let's turn off the beaks thing. Job. Nope, stay here, my friend. Kill. Attack. Sweet. See, this is the kind of stuff. I love this stuff. I don't love that Kihaku is now asleep again for 37 hours. And what's wrong with her? Left leg is gone. That's not great. Come on. Wait, did Tengu go down here? Harp is down there. This guy, oh, he's playing limbs. Useless animal. Did you say attack unprovoked? Are you kidding me? How's Tengu doing? Can we heal him? Can we do anything to him? No. He seems very competent though, so one of the things you can actually do. Now, I don't recommend doing this if you think that the person in question has, you know, use. Which Tengu the Shek obviously does, but we're gonna pick him up. And if we pick him up, we can check out his gear. His gear is terrible. I don't know why they keep going unconscious after I pick them up, but they do, and it's great. Okay, how we doing? Teeth is doing okay. Beaks is doing okay. The Cannibal Camp is getting what for? Sing, utterly untouched by the devastation. How is your weaponry? Dirt? Oh, I could actually possibly splint Dirt's leg. Maybe? Is it a robotic leg? Is it gone forever? Yeah, it's gone. She gone. Does anybody have a left leg we could borrow? Anybody at all? I don't imagine there's any loot down in the camp, but I'm not against trying. So again, this is the camp where it all began, which is kind of cool. I kind of wish you could just, you know, pull the leg right off a skeleton and give it to somebody. We're gonna need to fix this. I like the crossbow out. Backpack needs to go away though. Yeah, let's check the room. Let's see what we can't find. Somebody keep an eye on the dog's health. Because if he dies, I'll be... A Kaiten number 3 guardless katana is worth taking. I will add that standard grade samurai cloth pants are an honorable mention. Don't need the books. Rusty chain, dark leather, copper, dried meat, fabrics, blah, blah, blah. Barrel? Anything in the barrel? Nothing in the barrel. Nothing up there, just a bunch of weirdness. Okay. How's Teeth doing right now? No. Why? Why do you have to fight this guy? Why is that your goal? Why do you need to be out in the middle of nowhere? Please don't die. Oh, not great. Let's take this off. Is she down? She's down. Please stop hitting the dog. It'll be good for your toughness. Nice. Tengu, stand and watch. Now, not to be mistaken with Emperor Tengu, who is probably not that badass. Ninja rags, steel bars, they sell for a ton. Steel bar time. Not iron plates time. Too much weight. Mercenary leather blackened chain shirt. That would have been sweet at once upon a time. Dyed turtleneck. Fuel. Fuel's good. I wish you could blow it up. Speaking of fuel being good, hold on. Let's take this moment to go save the dog. Come, Tengu. Whoa. How you doing, Dirt? We need to find you a leg. Kihaku, doing alright. Harp, the tech hunter, dealing sweet justice to big things. Save the dog. Bone dogs are very annoying, right? If you choose to bring them with you as a pup, especially as a pup, if you choose to bring them with you, they're going to be nothing but a burden as long as you have them until they get older. The whole plan here was to be malicious and steal all the tech hunter goodies, but these guys are really pulling their weight here, keeping us alive. I'm gonna grab this leg. Yes, you can. We're gonna grab a leg. That looks delicious for a dog. And we're gonna keep following the... Actually, where's our compatriots here? Harp seems to be dealing some sweet justice out here. I kind of wish we could bring them all home, but I think the crawling one missing the leg is in for a... Where is that guy? Harp's the only one who stuck with us so far. Let's see if we can find not Emperor Tengu, the Shek warlord, and save his friend. Now, one of the compulsions with Kenshi, you know, if you play other games, if you... other games, obviously, if you play other games. But if you play a lot of kind of... I'll reference other RPGs. So, like Baldur's Gate, Divinity Original Sin. And that includes Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, not just Larian games here. Divinity, you know... oh my gosh, there's that other kind of Baldur's Gate clone, that D&D clone. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But those are the only games that really compare, right? Like a kind of a top-down party RPG. And if we're talking open world games, not many things compare to the freedom and open-endedness of Kenshi. All that to say that the compulsion in a game like Kenshi can be to, hey, train here, train here, train here, do this, fight these guys at this skill level. If I can make one recommendation to... Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. Our boy Dirt with the leg, missing the leg. We're going to get you a new leg, Dirt. Is the dog okay? The dog is not okay. I'd really like to get Dirt another leg. But that is gonna be a tough sell if I can't bring the dog. Okay, I have a feeling Dirt's gonna follow us to the best of their ability, and I will find them. I'll find you, Dirt. Maybe not. We may never, ever go back for Dirt. I really hope that the dog was more, was going to be more resilient. I am going to slow us down a bit, though, by slapping some metal. In here. What that's going to do is improve our strength. Beaks needs to get her strength up. It is only at 26. So right now, I'll put it at 5 times speed. Don't recommend doing this on an Ironman game, but I'll put it at 5 times speed and we'll watch it just kind of fly up here. 11%, 12, 13, 14, 15, going up 1% per second. So we're going to get some... Or 0% per second if everybody dies. Okay, hold on. We've got a couple guys back here. I'm hanging out. I think Kihaku and who else we have here? Harp. I think Kihaku and Harp are about to deal sweet justice to these guys, and we're gonna get some free crossbow experience in the meantime. Oof. And now, some incredibly inconvenient martial arts experience. The leg, it gets me. Ugh. Seriously though, none of these guys have a spare limb or anything, eh? Huh. We're gonna heal up our boy Kihaku to give him a fighting chance. He's limping a lot. Hopefully we can give him a splint that'll sort that out. Yeah, kinda, maybe. How about you, my man? Harp the Tech Hunter. Can we give you a heal? Do we have a repair kit? Negative. Job's finished. Time to go. Perfect. Hopefully we see everybody back at World's End. Looks like you got it rough too, eh? Little bit. So the Shrieking Bandits are very unique. You can actually respond to them in a certain order, and you'll get your Shrieking Bandit, you know, kind of a free pass for that group anyways. I don't know, I never remember what the order is. It's just, I recommend you just wing it every chance you get and hope for the best. What's in this building? Why is there a building in the middle of nowhere? Let's do it. Let's do it. There are ninjas. There's ninjas. They will protect us. Got business with me, Roamer? To do some supplies. We only keep essentials here. Maybe we can sort something out for you. Take a look. All right. Oh boy. Come back. Come back. We can definitely take some food. We'll take a ration. That'll let us sell more leathers. Bedroll. If you've watched any of my tutorials, they all say carry a bedroll all the time. If you're playing an Ironman, which I almost never take my advice. Do as I say, not as I do. That old adage. I don't think we're getting any sleep in here as much as I would like to sleep in here and heal up. At least it's safe, and we know it's safe. I think we should be able to get from here to World's End. I don't know where this fella's going. Although I'd like to find out. Hopefully he heads to World's End. Whoa, whoa. Excuse me? What are you doing with my dog? Uh-huh. Unacceptable. We're leaving. I'm out. Don't touch my dog. Missed. Nice. Missed. I have no idea what that nice is in reference to, but I appreciate it. I don't even know what the delay is on my stream. I think I try to make it so there's very little delay so that we can have kind of an interactive conversation, but it's one of those things that's hard to say without knowing for sure. Okay, well, good news. We managed to semi-successfully invade Cannibal country, okay? We're not returning to our camp because that would be ludicrous. The healing time is super slow. We'll get back there. It will become useful. I 100% intend to turn those farm ruins into something useful. You know, in retrospect, I maybe should have gone back to the fishing village or the village and tried to find a bed there. But this is going to work out maybe a little bit better. We'll be able to use some of our new monies, buy some more food, and prepare ourselves for heading out again. So her foray into Cannibal country proved one thing to Beaks. She's not ready. She's not ready to be out there. She took a whole team of mercenaries, and, you know, she doesn't even know how many of those tech hunters survived, right? So she needs to train more. She needs to head somewhere to train a little bit more. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I don't think in Kenshi, which makes it very unique, that you need to feel... What's the word I'm looking for here? Pigeonholed into training in this area, or that area, respectively, for skill gains. Certainly it's the most efficient way to do it. Like, head down to the hub, fight only hungry bandits till you're in, like, the mid-15, 20s. Move on to the exiles. Fight the exiles so you're in the 30s, 40s, both toughness and your attack skill. Move away from the exiles and then head up to, I don't know, the foglands or into the swamp even. Fight the red sabers. Like, that's a natural progression for this game. And the game does try to force you into those. I shouldn't say tries to force you into, but it's kind of intuitive. You'll go somewhere and get dead. Then you'll load your game and you'll head out, right? And you'll be like, where do I not get dead? And so it kind of, without maybe intending to, it forces you into those channels of skill gain. You learn where you're going to die and you learn where you're not going to die. While that's super valuable, I think some of the best experiences in Kenshi come out of doing what you think your character would do. And whether that means heading into an extremely dangerous area versus a safe one, or vice versa. I think the most fun you'll have playing Kenshi is going to come from, you know, I just took a character with her highest combat skill being 11 into the Cannibal Plains. You know, as an example. That's something I would not recommend to anybody. We can't sell the leg. What can we sell to get enough to get this backpack? 5,000 cats. Now, we could join the Thieves Guild, probably get it for 2,500. Sell the shirt. Tools, too useful. Never, ever give up tools if your lockpicking is low. I think we're good. You know what? We'll go without the thieves bag for now. What I think we should do is maybe work on the accumulation of some wealth here. We spent a ton of money on this armor. 3 pieces of armor we spent a ton of money on. We need to sort out this armored rag skirt. It served us well. I don't know if it's our end armor, however. So I think our next stop is going to be to rob the scrap house. We might die. She's pretty weak, but I'm going to try it. So that's where we're headed. Got our acid protection on, 95%. Acid rain, can't hurt us, can't hurt the dog. Got the backpack on, everything's good, we're good. Let's do this. We're carrying the dog. I don't think he'll gain any value from athletics, and I want to get there quickly. We won't get anything valuable from athletics yet, I should say, yet. So when your animal increases in age, so I'll just hover over this right here. So his stat multiplier is 0.25 right now, just for his stats. So some people have told me that training your bone dogs from pup state, you know, trying to force these skill gains, that he's going to turn out much better as he gets older. I've tried both. We're doing it right now because this is kind of like an organic zero cheese playthrough. I've tried both. Training the dog from a puppy versus just letting the dog sit in a house and become an elder. And in my experience, if you buy 3 or 4 bone dogs and just stuff them in a house, fill them with food for, you know, the 46 days or whatever, and just live your life, play your character, and come back to 3 elder bone dogs, you can pretty well just conquer Kenshi. 3 elder bone dogs will sort out 98% of your problems in this game. When we get Teeth to become an adult or an elder, he should be a teen already. I just don't know what's going on. But once we get him to adult or elder, you're gonna see the devastating power of a bone dog. It's absolutely insane. Wait a sec, were they just talking to me? Don't talk to me. If you're ever wondering, you know, I just can't get... I can't beat this certain boss. I can't do this certain thing. Just take 3 elder bone dogs. Whatever your problem is, it will go away. They're like a... It's devastating. Sometimes pathing in this game sucks. So does crossing the arm of Okran, actually. Kind of no matter what. It's just a pain. Oh, not awesome. The playthrough enders. Okay. Katana. We're not even skilled with katanas. Block and hope for the best. We could die here. This could actually be the end of the playthrough. Skimmers have a tendency to end playthroughs. Dogs down. Okay. Forget it. Forget blocking. Attack. Oh, not my leg. Oh, God. So much cut damage. Don't react. Let them go. Normally, I would espouse the benefits of standing up right away, but I'm straight up willing to let my right leg explode to get away from these things. Huh. Skimmers in the woods. Right? They belong in the skim sands. And they should stay there forever. This right here, this is the Kenshi kinda slow play I really enjoy. Enemies just over the ridge. They're probably hiding right now, just ears up somewhere. Not even. They're still headed out. Dog almost ate it. Hadouken. All right, we're gonna keep. We're still headed. We're still headed towards Black Desert City. Nothing's stopping us. We're robbing the scrap house, or we're dying trying. So, I won't rob on a we'll call it a no cheese playthrough. I won't rob the skeleton dealers in towns and stuff because there's no repercussion for that, right? The guards won't even attack you. Occasionally the shopkeeper attacks you, but if you just run far enough away, he goes back to his store. And the guards don't help. The guards do not help with do not help with the skeleton shopkeepers. Like if you attack them, or you could just straight up beat them up and take their stuff. So when I say no cheese, that's what I'm talking about. We're not robbing skeleton shopkeepers, and we're also not stutter stepping, when we fight like this, like forcing swings and running out of their way. From time to time, you'll see me maybe move erratically, but it is certainly not the exploitative version of stutter stepping, which a lot of people use in Kenshi. I've watched a lot of Kenshi streams, a lot of Kenshi YouTube videos, and guys are like, so when you're at one skill, you can head to the Foglands and start there. It's like, please, excuse me? Head to the man-eating training area? No, you do that because you convince 87 fogmen to swing at you at the same time, step away, then step back and hit them. That to me is prime cheese. Same with robbing skeleton shops and just getting all the monies. However, robbing the scrap house, not for money, but for weaponry, I think is cheese free, because I've died several times doing it. I wonder if there's a... What is this? Is this Narco's Trap? Is that what this is here? This building? I can't remember, but we're headed there. Everybody be quiet. Another skimmer. Why are there skimmers here? I guess we're kind of close to the skim sands, but I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think there were that many skimmers in the Arm of Okran. But apparently they're just destroying the Holy Chosen, who we're not helping because they wouldn't even let me turn in a bounty. The R key? What is the R key? Fred Martini. Sweet, sweet name, by the way. You came to the right place. Fred Martini. Hey, free flip-flops. Terrible sandals. Nothing we need. How's the dog doing? Can he walk yet? Nah, he's still dead. We're sneaking. We have a dust storm, which is only to our benefit while we're sneaking. Hey, dog. What's up? You gonna lay down? Is it time for you to eat supper soon? Oh, the stop movement. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And so you can do that also just by right-clicking aggressively. Right? Like you can just click. Just like this. You can do this to bait out attacks. And I don't know. At that point, just use cheats. Just start your character awesome. I think you should train your character up and let them fight. And you'll see it. Now, this hasn't been an extremely action-packed stream just yet. We spent some time in Cannibal Country. That was more survival and let the mercenaries do their thing. But once we get into the real meat of the fights in a solo Ironman, you're gonna see that I think it's the best policy is just to let the character fight. Just let them fight. I often like to turn off the UI even and watch it play out like a cinematic. The game looks so good. The fight animations are very well done. I haven't added any mods for fight animations, but there's even those out there, right? There's dozens of mods that add fight animations. And if you go that route, I mean, the game can become a really cinematic experience. But if you're constantly toggling, I feel like it becomes like a MOBA, you know? If you're playing an auto attacker and you're just hammering the attack button and the stop button. Specifically if you're playing a ranged auto attacker. But that to me is not the essence of Kenshi. I think the essence of Kenshi, whether you have a solo or a party or whatever, is to send them, give them a set of orders and hope it plays out well. There's an old game, very old game, one of my favorite games that I've ever played that does this the best I've ever seen in a game. And that's Star Trek Birth of the Federation. You would, if you had a fleet or whatever, you would, and you came up against an enemy fleet, you would essentially dictate orders to your ships and then hit play. And hope that they were the correct strategic and tactical maneuvers to have made against the enemy fleet. And then the game would literally play the whole fight for you. Very, very cool concept. Okay, our sneak. Divine blessings, sister. Go on through. Thanks, brother. What do we have here? This is some kind of store. Okran's Shield Hospital. Hospital? Wait a minute. Cost to use private. Can we talk to the doctor? Do you have any medical supplies for sale? Super duper cool. I don't know any other nation in Kenshi that has hospitals. This is just me plugging the Holy Nation again, so ignore me if you hate them. Can I sleep in your bed? Megatron. Private. If you were allied with the Holy Nation, though, this would be an awesome place to swing by, get some 8 times healing. Is there another... There's another side to this base, isn't there? Yes, there is. There's a bridge and another side. And then we'll make our way to Black Scratch. But first I want to head over to the other side. I think there's a place I can rest. General storage, barracks, power station. Maybe I am wrong. Barracks, armory. Armory? I don't even know if that has a staircase. It does. I feel like this hospital is a bar sometimes. Can't buy the destroyed shack. Not a bar, not a bar, not a bar. Okay, one of the greatest playthroughs I ever had started right here, actually. A skeleton tech hunter with like 89 skill decided to walk right through Okran's Shield as I was walking through Okran's Shield. And he dropped a plank. I think it was a Mark III. It definitely wasn't an Edge 1. It was a Mark 3. No, not a plank, a fragment axe. I was playing a pathetically weak Greenlander named Stone. And somehow I just decided to slap that fragment axe on. This was one of my very earliest attempts at a solo Ironman. And the reason, it kind of set the tone for how I play all my solo Ironman games. I had made a decision early on that I was going to do what I think the character should do. Organic play, if you will. I picked up that fragment axe despite my extreme lack of skill and extreme lack of strength, which if you play Kenshi, you understand that heavy weapons rely entirely on strength. You need to have twice the strength of the kilogram weight of the weapon to use it at full speed. And so very much like we are now, you know, very low strength, maybe 32. I don't even think I was that high. I think it happened so early in the playthrough because I started as a Holy Nation citizen. I ended up here, and I grabbed that fragment axe, and I just committed to making it my weapon. And, you know, we're on day 22 in game, but I think it wasn't long. It was maybe day 35, day 40, that character Stone had insanely high strength. I had survived against all odds the slowest swing speed ever. I think I even have a Reddit post where it's like the last place you want to be on your solo Ironman playthrough. Help me, Zap. Help me, Zap. There's spiders coming. Yeah, we're going back to sneak mode. And I'm keeping the dog. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to put him down. We're going to put him down. I don't think we'd be carrying a dog for no reason. I try and carry my dog. He weighs 80 pounds. I need reasons for that. Okay, hour and a half. Time to refill my drink. Go for a pee. Let's hope that, whoa. Is that a thrall? That is a thrall. Let's take off our backpack and let's pick the dog back up. The dog's stealth is not great, but even carrying the dog, ours is 27. We're gonna survive the acid because we're badass. By badass, I mean wearing acid-protected clothing. Turns out we were headed the wrong direction anyways. And, I'll be right back. Lightning strikes. So cool. Hold up. I heard I heard myself dying. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. Dead. Super dead. We'll see if this goes. I'm still gonna go pee and grab a drink, but this could be it. BK, I feel like you're a bad luck charm. Oh yeah, she's super dead. I walk away for 7 seconds. Now, the thing about this, okay? Dog's dead too. No way the dog survives. Nobody survives. We have no friends, no mercenaries. She did. Good playthrough, team. Good playthrough. It's only been an hour and a half. We'll conceive of a new playthrough together. I really thought we were almost there. No, we weren't. We were nowhere near. We were nowhere near. Blunt damage of the weapon times 40. You can't be serious about that. I mean, that may be one of the calculations. As I understood it, it was always kilograms. Strength needed to be the weight times 2. Oh, she's dead. How's he doing? What? Who's this guy? Why didn't you save me? How is the Cloud Ninja? Okay, missing the leg, no toughness. How does he get through this? We're sticking around. Oh, the dog's dead. The Beaks is dead. The Cloud Ninja's the only survivor of the massacre. Okay, GG's. All right. So this was in the back pocket. Robbing Scrap House. This was in the back pocket. I started a playthrough, and this will be it. This will be it moving forwards. Carno. Carno is maybe not going to be his name. Undecided. It's a rearrangement of Okran. Pouring one out for Teeth. Me too, brother. Me too. Matter of fact, I just over poured one for Teeth. Now it's all over my desk. Okay. Fear not. Let's introduce everybody to the new playthrough. We'll give you some stats here. Strength 44, toughness 82. We're only on day 66. Dexterity 68, perception 52. Katana's 50. Melee attack, defense, dodge, martial arts. Essentially, we can boil this guy down to the 50s. It's been solo Ironman the whole way. Okay? It's been solo Ironman the whole way with this guy. Undecided whether or not we're gonna go the Holy Nation route. That's where we're at right now. We're in the Holy Nation, Blister Hill. Our relations are 10 with the Holy Nation and abysmal with everybody else, and 0 with the main factions. Carno here has pretty decent gear. Okay? We have Edge Type 3 No Datch, Edge Type 3 Plank, Edge Type 2 Paladin's Cross, gross. Masterwork Eagle's Cross, Specialist Old World Bow, Masterwork, or Specialist Grade, I should say, but Masterwork. So, Carno's in a good place. I found a colored large backpack. This is one of the first times I've found a colored bag, and I managed to slap it on a Berserker, and it turned red, which is great. Now we have a red backpack. I gave him a toque because that's sweet too. Now, I'm very interested in pushing Carno's martial arts. It's at 42. Okay? I've been training martial arts while wearing the samurai armor, which is why it's so high. It's also why his strength is so high. His toughness is high for obvious reasons, because he's been beaten to death like 96 times. Ace and O'Hara. What settings do you have for reshade? I have no idea. I haven't altered a thing, and it's kind of like the first iteration for reshade. So there, I haven't updated it at all. If that helps. Is there a way we can check it? Can I hit like F11? Oh, there it is. Okay. Does this help? Does this give anybody enough information to hack my computer? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what any of this stuff means. But it is the original kind of reshade version. No change. No alterations on my part. So this is our new protagonist, okay? And we're gonna suit him up as soon as we can, but I'm really leaning into Carno becoming a holy nation. You know, he's gonna push the holy nation on the rest of Kenshi. So there you go. There's the intro to the new guy. Teaks and Beef. Teaks and Beef? Beaks and Teeth. Rest in peace. I really should have named him Teaks and Beef. Carno's no slouch though. With 82 toughness, he's a bit of a force, and I was making this character in anticipation of Teeth dying. However, I would also like to start a new solo Ironman outside of this one. I maybe I'll be streaming two kind of simultaneously, like one then the other, one then the other. But if anybody has any suggestions for a solo Ironman, and I've gotten a ton in the past, in the comments, in the chat, whatever, I want to hear it. I really want to hear it, and I'm gonna try and pick one. The more challenging, the better. I don't mind rules, you know, like pole arms only, or you know, you choose a weapon class, and that's kind of what becomes your thing. Please kill the skeleton. That's okay, I'll fight him. So instead of fighting this skeleton in armor that helps my martial arts, I'm gonna fight this skeleton in armor that really hurts my martial arts. If you're hanging out right now, or if you're catching this video later, give me some ideas. Okay, I have played the heck out of this game. We've done solo hivers. Okay, we've done the Lost Hive Prince. We've done Caravan. We've done Trader. We've done the solo Shek, trying to become the next Golem, who became a cybernetic nightmare to the world of Kenshi. We've done the Holy Sword Start, an hour of Kenshi with Senshi, just trying to exist with that pretty shit edge type 1 or 2 no dats you start the game with. But everybody hates you, right? We've done Sumo Khan, probably the best playthrough I've ever had of all time. You know, trying to be the Khan of just everything. You're just trying to rule the world at that point. We've done, you know, what we haven't done is kind of Dogmaster. I've tried it a couple times, hasn't taken off, but we can do that. We can do a little bit more of a slow play. We haven't done... Anyways, there's a lot we haven't done. I want to hear some ideas, because this playthrough with Beaks and Teeth has reached its natural conclusion. I don't know if we're going to get a sword in here. There we go. Kind of. Get out of here with your caught stealing. Okay, we gotta put the hat down. I really like the hat, though. I get out of here. We can punch him. We can punch him down. Boom, boom. Come on. Come on. We can get this in here. One way or another, we're getting this in here. Jenga superstar. Oh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. I guess I could carry it. I could just carry it. How come I not? We might have to let go of the pants, but I don't want to. Oh, that works. Perfect. Does this guy have a bounty? He does. We're taking him. Boop. I really think we're gonna go full martial arts. Hackers and crossbows with Carno. Martial arts, hackers, and crossbows, and I think he's gonna be like the Fist of Okran. I may even just straight up change his name to the Fist of Okran. And Okran is gonna fist all of his enemies. Or, conversely, die to iron spiders while peacefully sneaking towards the scrap house. Maul says, natural limbs / clothes only martial artist. Might I direct you to my Karate Man stream? He died horribly. But I think it's great. I've done so many, I didn't even remember Karate Man existed, but there's a whole slew of streams I've done on him. Check those out if you're interested.
Take them, brother. It is my pleasure to serve Okran. Carry at Okran's will is the highest of sacred purposes. Dark ones will be purged one by Okran's children. If you find more heretics in the future, bring them to me. You've served the Holy Lord Phoenix himself. Blessed be his name. Well. Yes, holy brother.
We're going to have a much easier time of joining the Holy Nation as a man. 15 Holy Nation rep. What does that mean for us? We need to get 1 skeleton per 5 Holy Nation rep. We need to capture a lot more skeletons. Okay, but one of the things I do want to do, so I bought this house over here. This little guy. We have 35,000 cats. We could probably afford a better house. However, I think kind of the, you know, the nature of the Holy Nation. I think the nature of the Holy Nation guy is that you know, he is humble. He is Spartan. Do a playthrough with a mute starting character. Now, Tayson, what do you mean mute starting character? Solo Agnew would be wild. Hard? Wild, though. Is that a mod? Or would I have to go save Agnew? And then just get rid of everybody else and import the save file. Tough. We can do a solo skeleton, easy. I'll solo any... Agnew is mute, can't shop. Beep has some of the best dialogue, I think, with Agnew. Can't shop. Wow. How does that change the game for me? You become an exclusive scavenger. I almost feel like mute play, unable to shop play, becomes akin to like a Bone Dog playthrough. Well, recruit something I don't do anyways. Okay, what are we doing here? I need to drop some of this gear so we can buy some stuff to build some stuff. I think we need a gear storage place for our holy nation man here. So let's drop that. Let's not drop things that we're afraid to lose. Get a lot of money for a lot of that stuff, which we still might. Yeah. Oh, we need to drop more. We need building materials here. What are we looking for? I'm trying to make a bed. Maybe a bed. I need a research table. I have no idea. I haven't done this in so long. A little bit of fabric goes a long way. We'll have to come back. Yeah, you really take this stuff for granted when you have a backpack that allows you to stack items. There's a mod that adds vendors to those market stalls, which I may get into here. Doesn't affect the base game. Just gives you more excuses to spend money. Okay, interior. We don't seem to have storage. I don't even know what I have here. We don't even have a bed. Building, camping, camp bed. Oh, I can build a camp bed. We put a camp bed in here. Nope. Oh, that won't do. Right up here. That'll do. That's good. What do you mean? I thought I bought a bedroll. Okay, we can't put a camp bed. We need storage. What we need is storage, but it doesn't seem that we have any storage. Ooh. Okay, let's cheat a bit. How do we turn you? Arrows. Okay. That requires 3 building material, which we have. Perfect. Now. Okay, in a pinch, if you don't have storage, okay, store stuff in your research table. Normally it's just for research material, but in a pinch, like I said, just store anything you want in here. Okay, so the idea is that we're going to use the Eagle's Cross and the Paladin's Cross as our primary weapons for this guy. I would like to lean into martial arts, hackers. So the only caveat to this is that we need to have possibly the best head armor in the game. Now, the best head armor in the game, we're looking at it right now. Unfortunately. Right? I hate that the samurai helmet, specialist or masterwork, whatever. I hate that the samurai helmet is the best armor in the game. It makes you look like the bad guy from Solo Leveling. And it has the least amount of drawbacks to a weapon user of all the helmets, okay? My favorite helmet is the tin can. If we can find a masterwork tin can, that's what we're going with. Right now, unfortunately, it's the samurai helmet. I may just use this masterwork Karuta Zukin, I think it's called here. Usari Zukin. And work with this in the meantime. We don't have any bolts for the Eagle's Cross either, so that's an issue. Having the Eagle's Cross and the Paladin's Cross also means that you constantly need a backpack, otherwise you can't carry them both. So that's kind of a drawback. Now, I think my ideal setup for this guy is gonna be Assassin's Rags. We'll keep the Dust Coat, only because if we're fighting anywhere that has acid or burning, so Venge or Black Desert City, that area, we're gonna need that acid protection. Venge, we're definitely gonna need that burning protection. For now, we will keep the Samurai Armor, Masterwork, because it lets us take just an absolute beating. However, this is going to be the outfit for a while, regardless of weaponry, and we're going to ditch the backpack at opportune moments. I have no idea what I've done here. Kind of as usual, though, you want to keep your first aid in your main inventory. Regardless of what your plan is, you want to keep your first aid in your main inventory. A lot of the time, especially in a solo game or an Ironman game, you're going to be running away. You're going to have to ditch your bag. You do not want to have the good stuff in your backpack. But let's get out there into the world. This guy has approximately 0 hackers. And I think we can solve that problem if we head towards the hub. Hackers. The Paladin's Cross is, in my opinion, if you're here on the last stream, or any stream, I think I bring this up at least once a stream, but the Paladin's Cross, in my opinion, is the best weapon in Kenshi. Huge cut damage, huge blunt damage, huge armor pen, good defense bonus, massive damage versus robots. That right there is the selling feature. Any end game play is against robots. It's against cleansers. It's against Atlon. It's against his engine knights, I'm pretty sure they're called. Any end game play forces you against guys either wearing extremely heavy armor. There's our 30% armor pen. Okay, and even if we take into account that it's a human, okay, you only lose 10% damage, but you gain, so we'll call that 20% armor pen against a human. Like, I wouldn't even pay attention to those negatives. Animals, who gives a shit? Indoors penalty, -2. The fact that you can use a gigantic Paladin's Cross indoors with only -2 penalty, sweet. If you're at 100 skill, that puts you at 98. You're still a demon. The damage is insane. The blood loss is honorable mention, 0.75. You're still cutting people up and they're losing blood. A ton of it. I'll play a lot more fast and loose with Carno here. Reason for that is his toughness is 82. Somebody has to hit me hard enough to take some part of my body, head, chest, stomach, below 72 damage for me to die. Hasten O'Hara. Mute forces you to steal or find resources out in the world. Kenshi's already an extremely difficult game. I mean, it's not difficult, again, if you utilize exploits or you utilize very specific training areas. But I do like the idea of having to steal everything. I'd almost rather play a thief who's determined to steal everything and not buy anything. A United Cities thief could be insane. Shadow's here. We all know that the rusty iron club is the peak weapon. Yeah, I mean, absolutely it is, because giving your enemies tetanus is the most surefire way to ensure that they die. So, I don't think anybody can find fault with your reasoning. He who lives longest laughs loudest, or something like that. And getting tetanus would suck. I hear lockjaw. Sucks. Real fear. Stay up to date on your tetanus shots. Woo! The incarnation of Okrin. Right here. Dealing sweet justice to hungry people. Moonwalks his way over to the next crowd of the homeless and hungry. So all I'm doing is working on hackers right now. No idea where we're at, but we're headed to the exile camp and we're just gonna send it. So a lot of people might be curious right now, a lot, why I'm wearing the assassin's rags. Why are we wearing assassin's rags for training? Why not something better? Why not some samurai armor? And so this is all about speed for me, okay? Combat speed effect 1.10, right? Awesome. That's an awesome stat. Woo. Head down to our wooden sandals. Combat speed effect, 1.05. So in my mind, we effectively have 15% already, just from sandals and a shirt. 15% more combat speed. Now, we're not getting combat speed from anything else, but from these martial artist bindings. And it does not specify unarmed. It says attack damage effect, 1.05. What is attack damage effect? I have no idea. But a part of me likes to think that it's a chance to stun. Attack damage effect. And if you can drop people into that stunned animation, you get 3 to 5 3 hits, depending on what weapon you're using, depending on what skill level you're at. Early on, it may only be 1 free hit, but honestly, anything that increases your speed or attack damage effect, in my experience, provides the biggest benefit. So we're gonna rock these assassin's rags. They're shit armor. They're shit armor, even though they're masterwork. 22, 35, 75. Eventually, we're gonna move into some bigger and better armor. That armor is gonna be primarily Holy Nation oriented. So we're getting that Holy Nation chest plate. We're getting that that tin can. We're going to lose all these benefits and just rack up. We're going to stack up a ton of negatives. However, that armor is going to save us from the one-hit kills that are a real potential late game. So if you like playing Kenshi as a skeleton, get out of here. You're not soloing the whole game as a skeleton. I'll tell you that for free. I've seen a couple playthroughs and they stutter step and it's bullshit, okay? You're not soloing Kenshi as a skeleton if you're playing normally. If you're letting your guy fight it out, etc. All it takes is a Leviathan to just boop. Give you a friendly kiss on the head. Skeletons can't wear helmets, and their heads don't provide a lot of damage reduction, regardless of toughness. And anything that can do 180 damage to your skull, or 80 at a time, whatever it is that can put you beyond your toughness threshold for healing. So Leviathans, or many late game opponents, cleansers, Catlon, whatever. You need a helmet. So we're gonna move away from this, slim and fast light armor, and eventually we're gonna get up into the heavy armor. But right now, based on where this character's at, I'd call him middling, 50s in a lot of skill. His stealth is good, but his healing sucks. His toughness is good, I guess, 82. It's great. But even that does not save us from death. There's a lot of things in the game that will eat us, that will kidnap us, that will beat us to death, and no amount of toughness is going to save that. Trust me. I've ended more playthroughs than you can imagine at high toughness because I was overconfident. Seems to be a lot going on up here at the exile camp, and I want to get in on it. We're just here for the hacker. Okay, let's check this out. Our hackers is at 6-6. Let's read it. Affects damage. The Holy Nation prefer them for their advantage when fighting against mechanical enemies. Often considered a thug's weapon in most other cultures, hackers are heavy axe-bladed weapons that do as much blunt damage as chopping damage, relying mainly on brute strength rather than skill. The crude blades don't cause as much blood loss, so victims tend to get maimed to death instead. Oh, there's Dora the Explorer. Tora the Fearless. Let's sort her out too, with my 6 hackers. We have very few advantages against these guys. The AoE is why I love the Paladin's Cross. That big horizontal swing that can hit, I think it's up to 5 opponents. BK, I like to go full immersion. Traveling. Zoomed in. No map. Basic clothes, staff, bedroll, and tent. Sleep through the nights, set minor goals, and go with the flow. A wizard is never late. I feel ya, and I've talked about that several times now. You just weren't here, BK, because you're late to these sorts of things. By these sorts of things, I mean the stream. Every time. But I think that's a friggin' awesome idea. So I play a lot of my solo games very slowly. But honestly, I think if I'm streaming Kenshi, for people who enjoy Kenshi, I think that an incredibly slow playthrough, while it would a niche community may be enamored by that. And don't get me wrong, Kenshi's a niche community. Yeah, I mean, you just described a wizard. Okay. No map, basic clothes, staff, bedroll, intent. That guy's showing up casting spells. He rules the Cannibal Kingdom. But when it comes to games like Kenshi and streaming, a lot of people, you know, want to see advancement in the game. And they're watching that Kenshi stream, I think, because they want to see it played differently, maybe, than they do. So I play fast and loose, and I play fast and loose more so in my streams than I would privately. And the reason for that is because I love this sort of emergent gameplay. Like, it really changes the way things happen, the way you do things. Would I have ever taken a private playthrough at 6 sabers, you know, to black scratch with a dog that was a pup past a ×3 population Kenshi game where I knew there were going to be 90 iron spiders? Not usually, no. But it made for some good gameplay. And Wizards Are Never Late, Gandalf reference. Come on, we need some pop culture buffs in the chat. My life is pop culture references. Hackers went from 6 to 16. I think that was less than 5 minutes. Exiles, great place to train. We're gonna move. So a huge part of me wants to move a little bit further in, maybe towards the berserkers, maybe into the swamp. We could take these hackers into the swamp. We could do some swamp bounties. That's valuable with this character. Huge dust storm going on right now. If you play Kenshi currently and you're hanging out or you're checking out the stream later, you don't have reshade on, I highly recommend it. And I've got a mod list up on my posts tab, I think it's called, community posts, I'm not sure. Check it out. Mimic those mods if you want, but I've also recently come across a weather mod for Kenshi, which I highly recommend. It kind of makes the rain seem more rainy, makes the dust storms seem more dusty. It's worth it. It's absolutely worth the download. I try not to use any mods that alter the base gameplay, so you know, we're not gonna run into any crazy weaponry. You're not going to see anything that maybe doesn't make sense. No strange animals. Everything is Kenshi. As best as we can. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. You know what we need to do? We need to get in here and buy up all this fabric. I need 4 fabric. I think we only have 1 back at the other base. I might even buy some building material. Because we still need to establish our Holy Nation house, right? Back in... Oh my god, it was in Blister Hill. We're so far away. We're never going to make it. We're here to train hackers. I think we're headed into the swamp. No way we get eaten. There's no way I just doused 2 cannibal playthroughs. Or 2 solo playthroughs. $92 damage. We are currently at 16-ish hackers. 16? 17. My bad. 94. I realize they're unarmed, but that's insane. How many was that hit at one time? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There's got to be potential for more. I think I have 5 times attack slots mod turned on. So hacked off a limb. 1, 2, 3. I'm 98% sure I saw at least 6 people get hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 so far is the biggest spread. Oh my god. Now, the problem is when you use a weapon, you don't use dodge. When you use a weapon, you use block. Soundtrack gets jaw harp heavy. What is a jaw harp? I'm imagining manipulating a harp with my jaw. What? If the jaw harp's an instrument, and I have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. So we came into this fight at 16 hackers. Let's see how we walk away from this fight. If these Holy Nation servants think they're getting away, they got something else coming. So do these hungry bandits who are crawling away. We're hacking off limbs. We're taking names. The boingies. The fact that 2 people just said boing sound makes me extremely happy inside. Boing. The boing sound. The jar. Come on, that instrument doesn't exist. Jar. 20 hackers just from fighting homeless, hungry people. Let's head to the swamp. A lot of bounty potential in the swamp, too. I just can't believe that these guys keep coming back for more. We're hacking off limbs at an alarming rate. Oh, why is he going after the crawlers? Gruesome. This guy's in the air. He's so scared, he just decided to levitate. I'd be scared too, my man. Look, he's following the trail of blood. You're disgusting. You're an animal. Oh my god, yeah. I don't know when this massacre is gonna stop, but I think this has been great for our hacker. What is wrong with you? Oh my god. What? Looks like an abattoir. Get out of there. Get out. Let's head to the swamp, please. For the love of God, head to the swamp. These are people. You're sick. Mall. You cross back into Borderlands, though, so it's a pensive sitar. Pensive sitar. So, fun fact. I have game music set to 0. Kenshi music plays so infrequently, and oftentimes it only plays once upon entering an area, and you will never, ever, ever hear it again, that I use the Kenshi soundtrack in the background on a loop. I really love the interactive music in Kenshi. I love the fact that it plays based on biome, based on situation, etc. But it only ever plays those tracks sometimes, I should say, not only, but plays them once. So you go huge stretches playing Kenshi where you won't actually get any music at all. Or it will just play the wind sound, you know? Wow, this sucks. Do I have any food? Yeah, I do. We need to put this food away. I think there's a mod out there that fixes the music, the fact that the music only plays like once or twice in some areas. But even all the comments, if you just go on YouTube and hop on and talk about, like, type in Kenshi OST, original soundtrack, I think the second or third comment is like, I wish it played this regularly in the game. And you can set the regularity to whatever you want. It doesn't matter. 23 hackers, almost 70 dexterity. This is what we're here for. And 83 toughness. It's hard to get toughness after 80. But we do need to get to a swamp village that's gonna let us heal up. That's gonna protect us. I like these hanging nodules in the swamp. It's almost like a bunch of... No, never mind. You know what? I like the hanging nodules in the swamp. I think the swamp is probably one of the coolest areas visually and audio-wise in Kenshi. We have the, yeah. Whatever these things are, I've watched enough Ip Man and Bruce Lee movies to know that if you want to learn Kung Fu, you train on these. It has giant baby corn, which is delicious. This is the tree from Ernest Scared Stupid, where the troll, known as Booger Lips, puts all the kids' statues. BK, instruments would be a cool, pointless addition to add to Kenshi. Playing violin mid-battle in Baldur's Gate 3 feels like the ultimate power move. I main a bard. in Baldur's Gate 3 with my wife and our party. So I feel ya. For no reason at all, I'm sitting there like, yeah, playing the best song of my life, and everybody around me is dying. So that tracks. And here we have one of my favorite additions to the swamp is Satan's cudgel. What is this tree doing? Like, if a tree has a growth like that here in Canada, you know, you cut it down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Never stray too deep into the swamp, outsider. Come get some, my friend. You and all your homies. Oh, I can take one shot to the chest. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. So again, this is where the difference between 10 toughness, 5 toughness, 20 toughness, even 50 toughness comes in, and 83 toughness. I had zero fear going into that fight because there's absolutely no way they can take me down. I mean, they can take me down, but they can't keep me down. I'm not going to die unless they're going to kidnap me and eat me, which becomes a problem in a lot of the later areas in Kenshi. Or they're going to kidnap you and stuff you in a machine called a peeler and hack your limbs off, and then you're going to die from blood loss. Deep. Who knew Kenshi would teach us life lessons? That's a sweet tree. We'll just call this rock formation the Swamp Knuckle. Good old Swamp Knuckle. Ah, it's right near the town. Convenient. We should walk this in. Limp this in. We should limp this in. Look how glossy he is. I wish I was this jacked and glossy. Let's take off this hood. Let's not be crazy. We don't want to scare the locals. Ugh. Cross the black shifters and you'll pay for it in blood. This is my haunt and I'm the boss around here. Vashu of the Stone Rats wants to talk. You're in Stone Rat turf. Twerp. If you want to stick around, you're going to need to know who's in charge. I run this patch and I run you. Your skills, Vashu. Ah! Precious. Should I slap him? Let's call him Precious. That to me is the answer. Squid. You better show me some respect, else I'm gonna give you a savage bashing right here. Everyone around these parts knows to keep their traps shut and respect the Stone Rats. Then fight me.
Bully's like, you need putting in their place. So, what do you want from me exactly? Show me respect. Bow to me. Dance for me. Surprise me. Do a sexy dance. I have never encountered this dialogue before, so... You were doing a sexy dance. You know I ain't into guys, right? Just stop. You're creeping me out. Go on. You're free to go. Get out of here. Right. Yeah, well... As in Kenshi, as in real life, when I do my sexy dance, men, they're terrified. Women, this game is dog shit, I tell ya. I disagree, sir. Kenshi's a fantastic game. Okay, guys. I think we're coming to the end here. We are 2.5 hours. Rip, Beaks and Teeth. They lived well. They fought hard. But now we're on to Carno. We're on to Carno, and he is the Holy Nation pilgrim. He's making his way through the land. He's hoping for the best. He's trying to learn what he can. And he's trying to train himself up so that he can bring sweet, sweet death to all the enemies of the Holy Nation. He's a little more accepting than you'd expect, because he's not out here trying to wage war on all these bar patrons. But he's tired. He's hurt. He doesn't necessarily have a direction. We'll have to come up with that. Again, any comments after the stream, extremely appreciated. Let me know about your solo Ironman playthrough. Let me know if you have suggestions. We got a lot of great suggestions on this stream. Hasten O'Hara, United Cities Thief Rogue, whose main goal is to assassinate all the nobles and Tengu. BK, full immersion, just to staff a bedroll in a tent, traveling with people. Natural limbs. Well, natural limbs is a big ask. After a long enough playthrough. But a martial artist, clothes only martial art. I will say that a martial artist doesn't function unless they only wear clothes. You can make it work with heavy armor, and I would always recommend putting on a helmet as a martial artist if you can, and you're going into a place where people are going to smash your noodle. But martial artists perform best with just clothes. The helmet is only good if you're going to go to a place where you can die. And maybe a chest piece, actually. Chest, stomach, head. Those are the things you need to protect. And I'm not entirely certain if you can get away with a martial artist who wears heavy armor on his chest and head. But it's something to try for sure. Anyways, thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll call it there. We're going to save this as Blunt Carno. Blunt Carno may resonate with some people. If you have ever read the Sons of the Black Sword novel series, I don't know how this ending screen is going to look. I think it just zooms way in on my face. It does. Thanks everybody for hanging out. And again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, throw them down there. The video goes up. I'll edit out the breaks and stops and stuff like that after the fact. But hey, thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see everybody back for the next one. Again, suggestions appreciated. I really take inspiration when people give me ideas for playthroughs, so please do that.
And if you see me throw up a post, comment on it, let me know. It'll probably be Kenshi related. But if there's any other games you'd like to see, let me know as well. Take care. Have a good night.